Everybody, and welcome back to my channel. This is Kira with Follow Your Arrow Tarot, and today I'll be doing the May 2019 monthly intuitive and tarot card reading for the sign of Cancer. But before I get started, I do have a few channel announcements. So if you are new, welcome to my channel. If you're returning, you probably already know these announcements, so feel free to fast forward. So I do my monthly intuitive and tarot card readings for the Zodiac signs based on the number of views their videos had in the previous month. So for example, I'm recording and publishing May's videos, but looking at April's views. The top 3 for April were Leo, Sagittarius, and Capricorn. And if you look going down, Cancer, you came in number 9th with 125 views. So thank you. To those of you who have watched, if you are returning, thank you so much for your love and support. And definitely click that share button and share this video with other Cancerians, even if they're cross-watchers, so we can get your views up and hopefully publish and create your video earlier for next month. All right, the second channel announcement that I have is I do have a contest going on my channel. Right now I'm trying to expand my channel, especially with subscribership, as I want to get as many messages from Spirit out there as possible. And plus it's just a goal of mine to expand my channel as well. So in order to do that, I definitely need your help and your support. And so with that, I do want to give incentive for anyone who is supporting me. So for every milestone I make on my channel in subscribers, so every 100 subscribers, I do a special video where I pull names out of the Buddha head. And how do you enter the contest? Well, first it's by clicking that subscribe button. That gets you one entry into the contest for a free private personal reading from myself. In addition to that, if you leave a positive and thoughtful comment on any of the videos on my channel, that will give you one entry. So for example, if you left 5 comments, that would give you 5 separate entries into the contest, thus increasing your probability of winning. I do a special video and announce the winners, so make sure that you click that notification bell so you know when I'm posting those special videos so you can see if you've won. I've done a few videos so far. My next goal is 500. And make sure that you watch those videos, because some people that I've called and posted haven't contacted me for their reading. So make sure you watch those videos. And if you are called, make sure you email me at FollowYourArrowTarot@gmail.com to let me know that you're the winner, to give me some information about you and some questions you have for your free reading. So there's that information. Third channel announcement, it is May. We are winding down with May, and I do have a special going on. Right now it's a buy one, get one free 1-hour private reading, and the thought behind that is, since it's Mother's Day month, you buy a 1-hour reading for yourself, and you can give one to your mom or any special woman or any person who's special needs messages from Spirit, a free reading. Or you can keep the 2 for yourself. It's up to you. So all that information is in the description box below. And don't forget to also follow me on Instagram and Facebook. All right. So for some of you, just so you know, if you're new to my channel, I normally start with my intuitive reading, and I also give you some planetary information regarding your sign for that month. And then I go on to the tarot card reading. So if you're not into the intuitive or channeled messages or information about your planets for the month, please feel free to fast forward. And for anybody else, if you can timestamp and help me out, that would be wonderful. So right now I'm going to start with your intuitive and channeled messages along with your planetary information. So if you can timestamp that, that would be awesome. While I give my intuitive reading, I do like to shuffle my deck. So I apologize in advance for any people who me shuffling bugs them, but it helps me, it just helps me get my messages across and get the deck prepared for the tarot reading. All right, Cancer, May 2019. So when I was meditating and channeling Spirit regarding your sign, a funny thing happened is I do get oftentimes images, pictorial images in my mind, sometimes words or phrases, sometimes even melodies and song. So when I was channeling you, it's kind of funny. I kind of channeled certain images or scenes from the movie The Titanic, okay? You are a water sign, so that is kind of interesting. So for the first channeled image that I got is, if you remember the movie, you remember Mr. Murdoch, or not Mr. Murdoch, Captain Murdoch. I believe he was the Captain Murdoch, but he was in charge of deciding whether or not the ship would be full steam ahead or not. How much coal that they needed, how fast they were going, which direction they were going. So when I was first connecting with your sign, I kept seeing large and in charge, okay? Kind of like Titanic, the biggest ship ever built at that time, right? So you're living life very largely, very fully. You could be overindulging in things. You could be traveling, or you could just be in your space for the month of May. You could just start the month feeling like things are going well for you, or you're in some type of power or leadership role. But I also kept seeing full steam ahead. And when I heard that, I kept hearing the actual phrase from the movie, full steam ahead. So I feel as though like this month you're very action-packed. You could be the captain or a leader in some aspect. It could be at work. It could be in your relationship. I feel like you're definitely channeling the Chariot card, holding the reins, directing traffic, if you will, directing the course of your path and those around you. So I was definitely picking up on this full steam, larger than life, captain, almost emperor, chariot type of energy for you. I also was picking up on 2 board games. One was chess and one was like the game of Risk. So I feel like some of you Cancerians are definitely being very strategic this month, very planning. And it could be for positive things such as, challenging yourself mentally, or strategizing in all aspects of your life, financially strategizing. It could be in the workplace. It could even be in your relationship. But when I saw that Risk board, it's like chess is very mental, right? And you got to take people out. There's going to be some casualties, if you will, and the same in Risk. So I feel as though you're in this leadership, captain, full life, energy. And though, that there's going to be some risk involved in some of the decisions that are coming up for you. And I kind of feel like you already are aware that there's going to be some give and take, in the sense of like, to get more, sometimes you have to give up some. So I kind of feel that energy for you for the month of May, Cancer. Also, to kind of close out some of the channeled messages that I received, I kept hearing Spirit tell me to tell you to remind yourself to be good to yourself. So I'm not sure quite what that means. Maybe the tarot reading will illuminate that for you. But I'm kind of feeling like be good to yourself as in maybe you're not taking care of yourself mindfully, spiritually, or physically. Maybe pay more attention to like your sleep and to the food that you're eating, or, getting enough hydration, or be good to yourself. I kind of hear maybe some pessimistic type of tendencies to self-talk to yourself in your mind for some of you. So just be good to yourself, mind, body, and spirit this month for May, okay? In regards to your planets for the month of May, okay, so in the beginning of the month, the first few days of May, Mercury was in Aries, which is a fire sign, in your 10th house of career, and that squared with Saturn in Capricorn, which is a earth sign, in your 7th house of relationships. It's important to note Saturn and Pluto also recently went retrograde too. So in regards to that planetary lineup, I feel like I was saying that kind of connects to the chess and the Risk game that I was visualizing when I was channeling you. You're looking at the best strategies for the changes that are happening in your life right now, whether that's work or relationship related. For some of you, I think you may be in a romantic situation where you're looking for a careful exit, because I kind of see somebody not being happy where they're at. It could be unsafe. It could be you're just not happy with it anymore, but you don't know how to communicate that. And so I kind of see somebody sneaking out, almost kind of like sneaking out of a movie theater in the dark with the exit sign. So you're being very strategic and carefully exiting. It could be a relationship. Maybe it's a job. Maybe you're not happy at your job anymore. So you're being very strategic on when you're going to turn in your resignation to move on to your next job. But that's for, a few of you. Again, this is a general reading. It will be a general tarot reading. So this is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Ascending, Venus, cross watchers alike. So it is general. Also, it's very important that Cancerians, you be clear with what you can and can't commit to this month. And I think that kind of ties into that careful exit. I feel like you have a little bit of pressure from the outside world, maybe from work, friends, family, loved ones who are pressuring you to commit to things. And I feel that you're already doing enough. You're already doing a lot. And it's either you can't take on more, or certain things that people are asking you, you're not comfortable with. And that's okay to be uncomfortable. That's okay to say no. And I think that that kind of ties in with Spirit saying be good to yourself. I feel you don't take it too hard when you have to tell people no, or when, I feel some of you may be in a relationship where someone's like really wanting to commit quick. Maybe they're wanting to get married or engaged or want to have a kid, and you're not quite ready for that. If you're not, speak up for yourself, communicate that, let it be known, because you definitely don't want to just pacify other people and then in the long run be in an uncomfortable situation that you truly didn't want in your heart, okay? Also, the 4th of the month, we have new moon in Taurus, which is an earth sign in your 11th house of friends. So I do feel for Cancerians, a lot of times I tell signs, don't listen to your family or friends for advice, go within. But actually, for you this month, I'm feeling that your friends or your colleagues or allies, you're going to likely find help, support, guidance, advice in your friends this month regarding whatever situation and big change that's going on that you're trying to strategize about, okay? Whatever whatever game of chess you're playing or Risk, call on your allies for support and help, okay? The 5th through the 6th, Mars will be in Gemini, which is an air sign in your 12th house, opposite to Jupiter and Sagittarius in your 6th house. So you're going to have increased mental and intellectual and communicative energy, which is going to be very helpful, especially when you need to assert the commitments that you feel comfortable with or you don't feel comfortable with. So that energy is going to be very helpful for you. However, on the opposite end of things, you're going to be more inclined to be argumentative and debate things for some of you Cancers. So just be mindful that when you are communicating, you're doing so respectfully. You're thinking it through ahead of time, because, there could be some arguments that transpire. Towards the middle of the month, the 10th through the 15th, the sun was in Taurus in your 11th house. So you're going to be very highly productive. That's going to be a really good productive period for you, especially with work. You're getting things done. And it could be things around the house or things you've been wanting to do for a long time. So you have this good week in the middle of the month where pretty much there's nothing good or bad going on in your life. It's just things are just happening. You're getting things done, paying the bills, going to work, kind of that typical 3D earthly type energy, gaining materialistic things, resources, that sort of thing. So then we get a little intense for you, Cancer. So the 16th through the 18th, we have the full moon tomorrow. I'm recording your video on the 17th. Mars will be in your home sign of Cancer. And then the moon was going to be in Scorpio tomorrow for the full moon in your 5th house. So this is going to be a challenging time, not only for you, but when I've been reading for other signs, it's challenging for pretty much everybody. So don't feel like you're the only one going through this. But Scorpio is a water sign, just like you, Cancer. But Scorpio is a very intense energy. So for the full moon, for some of you, there can be some volatile energy, whether that's you're feeling more angst and angry. For some of you, it's the other person, so you can get more volatile energy coming towards you. For some of you, unexpected changes are going to happen, some hiccups in the process of things, or, you may have something planned out and it goes awry. Just be ready that everything that if you have a very detailed itinerary, whether that's for travel or just your daily life in general, don't be so hung up on following it to a T, because with that full moon, things are going to be a little choppy. Water, you are a water sign, so the water is going to be very rocky, okay, for a few days. For a lot of you, you're going to be in this emotional catharsis, where some deep emotions are going to come up for you that you know have been there, but you've been just so busy, you haven't had time to process them. They are going to make themselves be known. So don't be surprised if during this time you're more emotional than normal, or you find yourself going, why am I so emotional? Why am I feeling these feelings so deeply? You know, you could be sad one minute and totally happy the next, angry the next, just very like light switch type of emotional feelings for a lot of you. So just know that comes with the full moon. It's very intense. Everything's very heightened, and it being Scorpio energy, it's definitely going to be a period of, it's going to challenge you to heal. It's going to challenge you to look at your cups, your relationships, your emotions, okay, your intuition. So for some of you, it could be a little bit of, could be a little painful for a few days, okay? But looking on the brighter side, the 22nd through the 24th, Mars will be in your home sign of Cancer in your first house. So for some of you, you're going to be compelled to advocate, whether it's for yourself or for other people, okay? Someone in your relationship, someone at work, someone in your family. This is where that leadership, that captain-like spirit's going to come back in, kind of full circle. You're going to feel like you really need to step up, stand up, and speak your mind on the behalf of somebody. I hear it like the word advocate. So it's for a cause of some sort, or for a very strong belief or value you have. You're definitely going to assert your level of knowledge and expertise in regards to that situation as well. And for the most part, it's going to be a very deep learning experience for you. Ending out your month, Cancer, the 29th through the 30th, Mercury will be in Gemini, which is an air sign, in your 12th house of disillusion and surrender. So by the end of the month, you're kind of just like, okay, you've been through this wavy, rocky ride of a boat, and now your time for some introspection, and your time to reflect on the things that went well this month, the things that didn't go so well, how your plan started at the beginning of the month and how it looks like, how your relationship started and how it ended. You're very reflective towards the end of the month, almost kind of like that hermit Virgo energy. What I hear Spirit telling you is that you need to honor your doubts. So for some of you, you're going to get these feelings, these urges. It's called your intuition. When you feel that exit, okay, that visual that I was getting. For some of you, that's you honoring your doubts. When you get that feeling that something isn't right, you feel uncomfortable, you're around someone whose energy puts you off, really intuitively listen to that, Cancer, okay? Honor your doubts this month. Be good to yourself. Don't let other people not be good to you. And also I hear Spirit saying honor the questions you have in your mind. I see you almost being in a situation where in your mind you're like, is this really going the way I think it should? Like, something feels weird. Like, when you hear yourself say that intuitively, listen to it, because 9 times out of 10 this month, you're going to be right. Okay. Because for me, I'm feeling Spirit saying for Cancer, this whole month is about deepening your wisdom and understanding. This is really, a lot of things are going to happen this month. A lot of little things, that are going to teach you these little lessons that you're going to kind of synthesize and put together. That's going to help you for the rest of the year, but it's for your soul's journey. You're learning these lessons. It's a learning month for you, for sure. But you definitely, especially with starting out with that Chariot energy that I keep seeing for you, Cancer, you definitely have the bull by its horns. You have the reins. You are in control. You might have some slippery moments here towards the full moon, but for the most part, you know where you're going, and you know what decisions you need to make. It's all about just being true to yourself. Okay? All right. For those of you who like to timestamp, this will be the time. So Cancer, now I'm going to go into your tarot card reading for the month of May 2019. Let's see if some of those channeled messages and planetary information come up in your reading. Spirit, what messages do you have for Cancer for the month of May 2019? Spirit, what messages do you have for Cancer in the month of May 2019? What messages does Cancer need? One more shuffle. Cancer needs that message. Ooh, lovely. We are starting out with your overall energy, the Ace of Pentacles. Wonderful, Cancer. You could be dealing with a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. We do have a lot of planetary linings in Taurus this month. But the Ace of Pentacles, you know aces, okay? That signifies one. That signifies new beginnings, okay? But we're talking about earth energy here. Earth energy is the body, is materialistic things or resources and money, using your common sense, finances and work and career, okay? Success, loyalty. But also, the Ace of Pentacles is a gift coming in, an offering. It could be a gift from somebody. It could be a new beginning, okay? It could be maybe you have a new job offer. You know, for some of you, I get this feeling like you're resigning from somewhere and you're starting somewhere new. It could be a place that's offering you a better paycheck or a better salary. It's in the upright position. So this new beginning, this new change that's occurring, maybe that's where the strategic type energy is coming in, is actually for the better for you. And it's been divinely given to you too, right at the right time. And this is your overall energy for the entire reading. So like I said, large and in charge. You have this huge, large pentacle right here, right? And it's full steam ahead because it's got these clouds, almost air, like pushing it forward, pushing it right into your energy for the month. Okay? So that's really awesome to start out with that, Cancer. Spirit, what other messages do you have for Cancer for the month of May? What other messages do you have for Cancer? Okay. Alrighty. So next card is the Two of Wands. So we're starting with a 1 and a 2. Okay. This is fire energy. So you could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or you could have that in your birth chart, just like with the earth sign here. The Two of Wands. Okay. So one is about action. It's about motion. It's about your spirit, your creativity, and passion. This card, the Two of Wands, also to me is like adventure. It's about you've made the plan to go somewhere and now you're getting ready to go. Okay. So kind of like I said in your intuitive reading, when I was channeling spirit, I kept seeing the Titanic. I mean, this is kind of like, you know, in the beginning of the movie when they're watching the ship, you know, get ready to go, or you're getting ready to board the ship, right? He has the whole world in his hands. So you could definitely be traveling somewhere this month, or you're just traveling in your life on a new path. You're leaving something behind that no longer serves you, that you're no longer passionate about, someone or something or a situation, and you're moving forward, okay? And you believe this is good for your life journey here in this reincarnation. You're looking forward, you're not looking behind. And these two cards together are really awesome. You've got the Ace of Pentacles and the Two of Wands, right? So this offering coming in, right? And you're going ahead with it. Definitely I'm feeling potential new career, new job. It could even be a new relationship, okay? For some of you. Next we have the Four of Cups. So this is your energy. It's water energy. So I do feel like this is kind of you. This could be Cancer again, Scorpio, or Pisces. Cups are about emotions, relationship, listening to your intuition. So I'm kind of feeling for some of you, this is where Spirit was saying to be good to yourself, to listen to your intuition more. Maybe you haven't been, you honoring your doubts and the questions you have in your mind. You haven't been listening, but Spirit's here to offer you intuitive tidbits and information to help guide you in your decisions. It could be that the offer that was given to you in the situation with this Ace of Pentacles, maybe you had to decline some other offers, or maybe it's starting out as a One of Pentacles, right? It's not exactly what you wanted. So at first you were reluctant to take it, but I think next with the Magician as your next card, you're going to manifest the situation into something bigger. For some of you, again, like this is a general reading, I feel like this has to do with love and relationships. I do feel for some of you that you're moving on. You're moving on from something, away from somebody. You're leaving somebody behind because it's no longer serving you. You're no longer passionate about it. You want to see what else is out there in the world for you, okay? And it's as if they're trying to make an offer. And right now, you're not taking that offer. Okay? You have potential other choices in front of you that you're thinking of. And this could be where that chess and that risk is coming into play. You're being very strategic. You could also be doing a careful exit in a relationship as well. You know, acting like you're present, but, you know, doing kind of like a no contact, and then exiting when you have the opening for some of you. For others of you, if you are in a relationship that you feel is pretty committed, you could be going through some passionate, some intimacy issues, not feeling like you can connect with your partner on a very soulful, I'm seeing communication, although I don't see any, well, I do see swords in reverse, which is air energy. So I do feel like there's something about communication that both parties aren't really communicating well. Okay, but you do have the Magician next, which is Major Arcana. So this is Spirit telling you, and I do feel this is your energy, kind of like this is what I'm telling you, large and in charge. You are the captain, right? You do have all the tools on the table that you need. You have the swords, you have the wands, you have the pentacles, and you have the cups. It's just how you use it. And it's also being good to yourself, telling yourself that you are capable, right? It's honoring and being clear about what commitments you want to make and what ones you don't. And there with the infinity sign and, you know, as above, so below, okay, I'm really hearing Spirit say you need to connect a little bit more with your intuition to help guide you in making these clear decisions. I do feel a lot of divine masculine energy here. So you could be a male who, or just masculine energy, who's maybe taking a pause on a relationship to kind of develop yourself in your career. And I think you're doing that with the help of other people. As we talked about in your planetary information, friends and allies are going to be very helpful in helping you not only get ahead in the things that you're doing, the changes that are coming, but they're going to also help give you advice and support, especially regarding your romance and your relationships. Okay, so this card to me shows me you're definitely a creator of some sort. Okay, this could be a new job that you're taking a leadership role on. Maybe you got a promotion. Maybe you changed units or places, like your work was in one place and they've moved you to a different place. You could be training or being some supervisor or lead of something where people are listening to your knowledge and expertise. You're giving it to them. But there's also members who are a little bit wiser and have experience who are giving you some education. But with that, you're manifesting good things. So I do see that career and finances and your job are really blooming and blossoming this month. Okay. I do feel like for some of you, you do something that's maybe more of a vocational type of job. You do something with your hands. You create with your hands. Because notice he's chiseling here. He's got his tools, you know, something in his hand. So you do something with your hands. And I feel like you create or you plan things. You're a planner or you're a leader, like chess. You know, you move the pieces and you tell people how to go and you command them. Okay. Next is the King of Wands. So again, that's fire energy again. We have 2 wands on the table, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. King of Wands, large and in charge, right? Full steam ahead, making decisions. To me, sometimes with this card, I get the Leo vibe, right? With the lions on the throne. This person's very passionate about what they do. They're motivated. They actually take action on decisions. They don't just sit back and hem and haw. They are kings of action. This is also, to me, out of the kings, a very flirty and a king that, you know, isn't afraid to let it be known how he feels and how he believes. Okay. So you could have fire energy in your chart, or you could just be channeling this energy for the month of May. Or you could be dealing with a fire sign. And this fire sign, if you are dealing with a Sagittarius, Aries, or a Leo, they could be working on themselves right now. They could be moving away from you, because both are looking in, they're not looking towards the card or at you, the viewer. They're looking away. So right now, for some of you in a relationship, I see there's a pause, and it's almost like both of you are doing you right now, and there's not really an offer being taken if one's being given. You guys are almost kind of just working on yourselves right now and perfecting your careers or your expertise or your resources, if we're talking relationships. And here's why I think this. And I think since this card's coming up towards the end of the reading, I feel like this is where that full moon in Scorpio is coming up for a lot of people. We said in your planetary information, volatile energy, unexpected changes, and emotional catharsis. So to me, the Five of Wands is air energy, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. And it's communication that didn't go well. It's a fight. It's a battle of the mind and the tongue, where really harsh things are said. And typically you or the main person you're dealing with leaves feeling like they won, but it wasn't a battle to be won, because there's more people hurt, and things can last a lifetime when said, right? You could always say sorry, but people aren't going to forget them. But it is in the reverse, so I do feel like this is almost a past energy, like this did happen, and it could be with that person that you are dealing with, or it's you having control of your communication. We also said it, you were going to be advocating for somebody, so it could be, that you had to stand your ground and stand up for somebody, and in doing so, you may have lost some friends or allies, but it's always important to do the right thing. And I think this card is that card that's telling you to stand up, and sometimes standing up means standing by yourself. Okay, let's get a few other cards for Cancer. Spirit, what is the final outcome of this reading for Cancer for the month of May? Final messages for Cancer for the month of May. Thank you. All right, that's beautiful. Okay, so your reading is ending on a good note. We have the Sun here. Okay, Sun. Major Arcana. This is, wishes coming true. This is, happiness and joy and exuberance and feeling comfortable in your own skin and being out there and being proud. So whatever you're concerned about or worried about, whatever situation or individual, I think it's going to end up in your favor. And I think at the end of things, you're going to come out of this more wise with a new understanding. Okay, because it's almost like a rebirth, in a sense of, I think, your mind and spirit with these lessons. And you're ending also with the Nine of Cups, which is water energy, which is you, Cancer. So it's wishes granted, hopes, it's celebration, it's being happy and having abundance, and it's emotionally and with, regard to love and romance and relationships. And I think it's going to pay off if you use your intuition as well. The clouds are going to part, and what you no longer wanted to take as an offer, you're going to finally, you're going to keep your arms crossed, but you're going to finally be a little bit more emotionally stable and happy. Okay? And we're going to want to clarify some of these messages, especially these last two cards. I'd like to clarify those and kind of see what the good news is going to be for you. But let's start here. Spirit, can you help me clarify these messages on the table for Cancer for the month of May? Spirit, help me clarify these messages for Cancer for the month of May. Let's get one more shuffle. All right. What's this Ace of Pentacles? What offering is being made for Cancer for the month of May? What offering is coming in for Cancer for the month of May? Ace of Pentacles for Cancer. Thank you. Foundation and achievements. This is beautiful. So I do feel for a lot of you, it is about relationships. You're going to have this offering coming in, this finance, this resources that are going to help you be more stable for your family. It's going to help you build a foundation. Maybe if you've been wanting to buy a home for a long time, this new change in career, this new path is going to provide the foundation for potentially a down payment of a house, or it's going to allow you to relocate into a place that you and your family feel a lot more safe. You're definitely going to have achievements. See, you've got that rainbow there. The sky is bright. Everything's in the upright. So this is your overall energy, and this card is clarifying that, your overall energy. So I do feel for many of you, whatever shaky things you have in regards to your home life or your family, and your relationship are going to turn out for the good. Okay. And whatever change, especially if that's in regards to your career or finances, is going to be a positive one. What is this Two of Wands for Cancer for the month of May? Two of Wands. Two of Wands. Yeah, accelerated motion. That's perfect because Wands is about action. Accelerated motion. Notice she's looking up at the stars and he's looking up forward. So whatever this new passion that you have and this change that you've decided to make, this movement, is really good for you, and it's coming. It's almost as if like you've prayed for it, or you've thought about it, you've wished upon a star for it, and it's now finally coming to fruition. And like I said, these four first cards are really positive. You're going in the right direction at the beginning of the month. What's this Four of Cups, though? What offer is Cancer declining? Or what offer is being declined to Cancer? This Four of Cups energy for Cancer. Four of Cups energy for Cancer. Okay, moving on. Okay, for some of you, you're maybe not happy about a situation in a relationship, or a choice that's being made, or maybe the other person isn't, and you're not ready to move on, or they're not ready to move on, which is very different from this energy here. So I almost feel as though like I'm channeling two different storylines here. So for some of you, you're in a committed relationship. You could be married. You could have children. You could have this new offering of a position or an increase in finances. You could be relocating or building upon your home, and things are really positive. This energy feels more different. It's either someone who's in a relationship that's not going well, or someone who is single. It's almost as if you're single, but you still have somebody on your mind. There could be offers being made to you that you're declining because you can't move on from this other person, because this move on card is in the reverse. You're not ready to move on, but it's almost as if Spirit's saying it's time for you to move on. You have all the tools, or maybe you have all the tools to make the situation better. Let's clarify this Magician card for Cancer for the month of May. Magician card for Cancer for the month of May. Thank you. Yeah, your sacral and solar chakras are both booming. Like, look at that. That orange and yellow. Like, and then you've got the sun. Look at that. You definitely have whatever it takes to manifest what you need. Look at this. Okay, so if there's anything for you, Cancer, that's not going well, I hear Spirit saying use your intuition. Like, say it in your mind what you want to happen. Play it out in your mind. Tell the end of the story, right? Rewrite the story and how you see it, because your chakras are open. Solar plexus is open. Your sacral, that's down here. Your intuition, your gut, your passion about this person or this situation is open. You don't want it to be this. You want to make it better, and you will. What's this Three of Pentacles for Cancer? Maybe talking it through with this person, how you feel is important. We got the discontent and boredom in reverse. Yeah. You may have been not happy or bored in the past, but maybe you're working with your partner to make your relationship better. And you're saying, you know what? I'm going to put in the work, right? Maybe at first you weren't sure of the relationship. You weren't sure if you wanted to stay. Then you finally figured that you didn't want to move on and that you're ready to put in the time and effort and the commitment it took. Okay. You're reaching in, asking for help. Okay. It can also be about work too. You know, offers being made, you picking the best one. Maybe you're not leaving your job for some of you. You're not moving on. You're building upon what you already have. You took on a higher position. Maybe you were going to leave your employer and you told them, hey, I need X, Y, and Z. I need a leadership role to keep me here. And they weren't budging, but then finally they saw like you do produce good work. So you got a promotion because you advocated for yourself. Maybe that's where that comes in. What's this 5 of Swords in reverse? Triumph. So you felt defeated about something, or you're going to feel defeated about something towards the end of the month. I think you're going to have some debate or argument with somebody. Could be a fire sign I'm feeling, especially with the Sun and the King of Wands between this air energy. So you could be dealing with a Leo, Sagittarius, or an Aries. It definitely could be a Sagittarius too. I always, when I see the horses, I think Sagittarius too. Then we got Leo with the Sun. So, yeah, you're going to have some argument. Things are going to be said. You're going to finally put your foot down and advocate for yourself. But even though you may feel that you win in the end, or the other person may feel they win, it still wasn't a win. It was a loss. It's not triumphant. And I feel like the full moon is what affects that, because ultimately it's just a hiccup. So if this is a relationship or a workplace spat, yeah, things are going to be said. They're not hurtful. You could end up not being the winning person in this battle, but it's not going to last long. Okay. It's not like a three of swords energy or a tower's energy. It's kind of like a little spat is kind of what I'm feeling. Let's clarify the Sun. Yeah, so look at that. Temperance, 11, balance. Definitely you've got guardian angels. Look at that. So towards the end of the month, you've got things going. You've got the sun shining. You've got balance. It's almost like you have 2 magicians on the board. Look at that. So it's just further solidifying. Spirit's telling you, Cancer, that you have all the things that you need. All the blessings are right there. Okay. And then look, memories of love is what's clarifying the 9 of Cups, which makes so much sense because the cups are about romance and emotions. And look at this. He's happy. He's thinking of all these good memories, right? Memories of love. Look at those. Okay. It's almost like, yeah, you're working whatever issues are going on in your relationship, this little mini spat you're having with somebody, you're working it out, because at the end of the day, it's all about maintaining balance. It's not about, it's not about winning arguments, and you see through that. You're definitely passionate about this person. You definitely want to move forward with them. You definitely feel like you shine brighter when you're around them, and you have a lot of memories with them. You could be with this person for 9 months, 9 years. But the memories are what keeps you holding on. Okay. Let's put these cards here out of the way. All right, let's get some clarification. Some further clarification. All right, what lessons is Cancer learning, or what lessons is Cancer need to learn for the month of May? What soul lesson is Cancer learning for the month of May regarding this situation? Lesson for Cancer. Lesson for Cancer. Thank you. Change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. And I think you've figured that out, Cancer. You've got a lot of movement in this spread. You've got a lot of, all your wands are in the upright. You've got a magician here. You got the balance card here. You've got the sun card here, the king of wands. Yeah, you're definitely embracing and accepting change, even when there's turbulence, because with change, there's always going to be some bumpy roads before it pans out. Anything new, you never know what's going to happen, but you're embracing change. And that's really great. Maybe that is the lesson, you know. Let's get one more. What other lesson is Cancer learning or needs to learn for the month of May? That's too many. Let's go with that one. Balance. You got balance twice. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. Yeah, balance. I think whatever the situation is, it's going through a lot of change, which is hard for you or the other person or people involved to handle, and there's going to be some turbulence. But you're all about making sure you're maintaining that balance. And you've got 2 balance cards here on the board. Okay, so balance, temperance, equal give and take, you know, is very important for you, Cancer, for the month of May. But they're in the upright, so you're going to be successful. And you're ending your reading with the Sun and the 9 of Cups. So, and you have the Magician. So you're a master of balancing things, at least for the month of May. All right, Cancer, before I let you go, we're going to pull a card from the notes from the universe on abundance. So Spirit, universe, what final message does Cancer need to hear for the month of May 2019? What message, Spirit, does Cancer need to hear for the month of May? One more shuffle. All right, here we go. Universe, what say you for Cancer? Thank you. All right, so here's the front of the card. Looks like a beautiful meadow with the sun shining bright. I mean, look at that. You've got the sun shining bright on you. I mean, it's overpowering the card. On the back it says, no matter how much money or love you've made or lost, you can still make more. Get down on it, the universe. So definitely with this Magician card, the Star card, this card, definitely don't worry so much about what you've lost. Worry about what you've gained, the wisdom you've learned, the lessons, and embrace the change. Embrace all the wonderful memories you have. It's like you have more good memories than you do bad. So it's like Cancer is trying to focus on the positive and on the bright side of things and not dwell. Like, you don't want to stay in this 4 of Cups energy for very long. And you don't. You're embracing the change and balancing it. So there's your reading, Cancer. For the most part, that was a pretty decent reading, you know, nothing too intense this month for you. So that's wonderful. I do hope this reading did resonate with you. If it did, I would love to hear your comments in the comment section below. Please hit that like button and please share so we can try to get the Cancer video published quicker for next month. Again, don't forget to look at all the information in the description box below. And again, thank you so much for your love, support, and for watching these videos. And Cancer, I wish you a happy and bright rest of your month of May, and I look forward so much to seeing you in June. Have a wonderful rest of your month.